Welcome back to How to Barbecue. My name is Troy Barrett, and a couple weeks ago I told you guys that I was going to do some chicken lollipops. Well, I've done a little bit of preparation here. You can see a bunch of the chicken drumsticks have already been prepared, but I've saved the last one just to show you how to do it. We also have some hickory bacon, and I will season the chicken legs here in just a minute, but let me show you what we're going to do. The reason you have a sharp knife and you got the chicken leg like this is you want to cut all the tendons. So you just work your way down to the bone, and I can feel the bone on the blade of the knife there. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting through the tendons that are connected to the end of the bone. So what you want to do is you want to actually pull the chicken down to the bottom like this, and you kind of want to let it ball up, and that's what the lollipop is. Then any excess tendons that you get like this, just take a pair of scissors, cut the tendons off to the side, and then once again I just give it one last pull down to the bottom, and it should show you the last little bit of tendons that you need to cut off. And it's really just what you want to chew on or don't want to chew on. So once you get your ball, now I've got all my legs like that ready to go. Now I'm going to do the seasoning. You just want to use whatever seasoning you've got. I like this Spadale Ranch seasoning. This is actually for pork chops, but I found that it tastes really good on chicken as well. This company is out of California. And this has got a mixture of, it's a sweet seasoning, so it's got a mixture of salt, of course, and it's got some brown sugar in it and some spices and herbs. Alright, the next step is to get a good bacon. And I've picked up some hickory bacon. And so what you want to do is just take a strip of bacon like this, and for each of your drumsticks you just want to wrap it around. You might find in some cases you've got a big enough chicken leg that you're going to need to put 2 strips of bacon on it, and then what I do is I just tuck it around there to kind of lock it in place. And then when you're ready, you just put it over here in your pan. You can see I've already put a cube of butter in there, and that's not gonna go very far. It's just gonna basically season the bottom so they don't stick to the bottom and just keep them nice and fresh. Alright guys, so for the saving of time, I went ahead and wrapped each of these chicken legs, and then the last process of what I'm doing before we put them out on the grill is I'm just wrapping each of the legs like this with a little bit of foil. Basically it keeps it from getting blackened, and then when you go to grab it, it just makes it a little bit cleaner and nicer. So I'm putting just the last little bit. You just need a little piece of foil like that, and then you just take the chicken leg and you're just going to wrap it with foil. And that's, like I said, just to keep the smoke off of the leg, and it'll just keep it cleaner. When you pull that off, it'll come right off. So as you can see, we got each of these wrapped in bacon. Got the foil on there. We have the grill set at 225. So let's go out to the camp chef and I'll show you how we put them on the grill. Alright guys, so I've got the camp chef set at 225. They're just ready to go on. So all I'm going to do is just go ahead and put them on there. The grill's preheated. And we'll just put them on there, and we'll come back and check them in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Alright guys, so we're outside at the camp chef now. It's been about 2 hours, and what we're going to do is we're going to check and see what the internal temperature of the chicken legs are, and then see if they're ready to take them inside and put the next glaze on there. So we're going to look down here and check the internal temp. I have a probe going from the camp chef into where the chicken is, and it's holding the steady temperature outside of 225, and the internal temperature of the chicken is 152. We want to get to about 175, so I like the temperature. So we're going to go ahead and open the camp chef here. Oh wow, look at those legs. They are starting to look good. You can see what the butter melted and has stayed in there. It's just kind of keeping everything from getting too dry on the bottom. And these are now ready to take inside and put a little barbecue glaze on them. Alright guys, we're inside now with the lollipop chicken legs. Now we're getting ready to put a barbecue sauce on, and you can use anything, but what I want to do is I want to put something sweet on the bacon. So the one that we chose was Annie's Naturals Organic Barbecue Smoky Maple. So it's that smoky maple flavor that we're going to put on the outside of the bacon. So here you just want to grab each of the legs. You know, now we still have the foil on there. And we're just going to paint a nice glaze on each of them. Just imagine what that barbecue maple flavor is going to taste like on the smoky bacon. It was originally the hickory bacon flavor. And then what you want to do is we're going to raise the temperature of the barbecue outside to 375 degrees. And then you're going to put them on there for another 30 minutes. And you just don't want to go longer than that, because if you do, what will happen is this sweet flavor will actually get blackened. And we don't want to do that. We want to have just a nice barbecue sauce flavor on the outside. Okay, as you can see, they have a nice barbecue glaze on there. So we've set the Camp Chef up to 375 degrees, and we're going to put these in there for another 30 minutes, and then they should be ready to eat. So we'll check back with you in just a few minutes. Okay, YouTubers, we just brought in the chicken legs from the barbecue. They reached our internal temperature of 185 degrees, which for some of you might say that's really hot for chicken. But when you have all the bacon around the outside and you've got the meat pulled down into a ball, you really need to make sure that you cook the chicken thoroughly. So as you look down here, this is the final product. I've removed the foil from the legs. You can notice that they don't take on the color of the smoke because they're nice and true color. We left the ends on so it gives you a handle to grab a hold of. And now these are ready to eat. So these are seasoned with a barbecue sauce. We haven't done anything else to them. You notice the moisture on there is nice. You can see how the color is just perfect, that burgundy color. And I'm going to give it a taste test, as I usually always do. So here is the chicken lollipop. And that bacon's slipping right off, which tastes amazing. The chicken is absolutely incredible. And this bacon, I swear, this has got to be the best tasting bacon I've ever had. So like my page, subscribe to this channel, and we'll be making another video probably in about a week.